Hey folks, Chris Rich, welcome back to the channel. You bet. Glad you joined us. Hey, I'm coming to you from Reservation Lake, high in the White Mountain Apache Nation of Arizona. One of the prettiest places to fish, and I really enjoy being there, bringing you right along with us. Got there first thing in the morning, ran into a few friends from AZ Fly Shop, got to visit with them about where they were having success and how their fishing experience was going. I love being able to do that, folks. Hey, this morning I was catching fish in about 20 to 25 feet of water. People often ask, how do you make that work when you're fly fishing? Hey, let's take a look. Let me explain that to you.
In the dog days of summer in Arizona, those trout will go deep in the lake if the lakes are deep. Reservation Lake has some deep spots. I found some spots that were about 27, 28 feet deep this weekend. I was fishing down at about 20 to 25 feet. People ask me, how does that happen? How do you make that happen? I don't like to have a fish finder on my pontoon boat. I just don't like extra stuff. I don't put a motor on it. I like to have just my oars, my flippers, my fly rod, my fly boxes, my gear. That's just how I like to roll. Lots of people love to have it. They say, hey, Chris, when you go to a fish finder, you'll never go back. Probably right. I just like less to take care of. To each their own. Here's how I do make that happen, however. How do I fish in that deeper water? People oftentimes say, hey, fly fishing, you're just fishing on the surface, or you're just fishing in 10 to 15 feet underneath an indicator. Sometimes those fish are going to go deeper. Dog days of summer, I oftentimes find them a lot deeper. At least that's where the quality fish are. Here's what I do. I've got an anchor on my pontoon boat. I've marked my anchor rope. So at 5 feet, I've got one mark. I just use a magic marker. I know I'm 5 feet deep. 2 marks, I'm 10 feet deep. 3 marks, I'm 15 feet deep. 4 marks, I'm 20 feet deep. 5 marks, you got it right, 25 feet deep. My anchor rope's a total of about 30 feet deep. I've never been in deeper water in these high elevation lakes. I'm sure it exists, I just haven't been there. So I knew I was in about 27 to 28 feet of water. How do I get my fly line down there? It's tough to do with pure floating line. It's possible, it's just tough. I like to have either a sink tip on that floating line. You could do a 5 to 10 foot sink tip, loop to loop connection, that'll work. I had a type 3 sinking line. I've also got lake lines. It'll work a little simpler with lake lines, but any type of a sinking line, you can use this method. I fish a beaded woolly booger with a little bit of lead wrapped into it. At Reservation Lake, they seem to like the brown woolly booger best. That's been my results. So I've got a little bit of a weighted fly. I've got a sinking line. I know that my fly rod is 9 feet long. So I've got it out to 9 feet, right back to here. Okay, great. I've also measured on my fly rod from my reel out to where my rod connects in the first place. That's 2 feet. Okay, I took a tape measure. I measured it. That's exactly 2 feet on my fly rod. So I know I'm 9 feet out. I'm just above the water right there, right on the water. I put out 2 feet. Now I'm 11 feet, 13 feet, 15 feet, 17 feet, 19 feet, 21 feet, 23 feet. That's where I was at this weekend. I had my brown woolly booger, had a semi-seal leech on. I'm down there. I'm just slowly moving that up and down. Bam, I was getting pretty constant hits on the lake. Boated one fish. I was only there for a couple of hours. However, I've done this method lots of times in the dog days of summer in Arizona on those deeper sections. That's where I get hits in these dog days of summers, down there in that 20 to 25 foot range. That's where those trout will oftentimes go. There's another way you can also do this. You can take your forceps, hook it onto your bottom fly. Drop those forceps all the way down. Cinda Howard taught me that method. She's got a great video on Game and Fish's website that she put together. She gets to the lake, I hook the forceps on there. I lower that line all the way down. You can feel when it hits the bottom. Maybe I reel up a foot or two from off the bottom, and then I strip my line all the way back in. I take the forceps off of the fly, and I let my line back out to where I'd stripped it back in. I know I'm about 2 feet off the bottom. Jig that up and down real slowly, a brown woolly booger, some sort of a semi-seal leech or a bunny leech. Pretty sure way to be catching fish, folks. Hey, those fish that are down in deeper water are going to be the more quality fish. It's where the fish are going to be concentrated in these dog days of summers.
Here's a little video of that rainbow trout that I brought to the net. Had a real blue color on him. I think those fish that are living down there in 25 foot of water, they don't get the same color pigmentation that those shallower fish are going to get and be more green. Hey, we were graced the presence with the bald eagle flying around the lake. Didn't get to see him take a fish off the lake, but we got to spend some time with him flying around. Hey, folks, if you learned something from the video, if you enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button, share it with a friend. I look forward to seeing you on the next video, and let us know where the fishing's good. Stop by the shop and say hi. Look forward to seeing you.